Watching live, but if you are watching live, welcome to Saturday Retro Live. What you are looking at is an IBM Portable Personal Computer. It's the equivalent of a IBM PC XT in a suitcase. And it arrived today. Of course, we bought it as is. No. Said it does not power on. I have a feeling, even though it's missing a screw, that what is wrong with it is potentially a blown tantalum on the CGA card. So, this might be a quick video, this might not. We're going to take it down to bare minimum diagnostic configuration. Whoops. Better not be losing these. Bare minimum diagnostic configuration. Test to see if the theory is correct. And if it is, great. And if it's not, well, we can at least say that for the museum, we've got a portable personal computer that doesn't work. And if it does, we can say we've got one that works. Unfortunately, it's not easy to replace the power. It's physically easy to replace the power supplies in these units. What is not easy to do is to find replacements to go in them. I guess that's the rub. Not easy to go in. Actually, let me keep reading the rest of the instructions here. Oh, okay. Comes off. Does not smell burnt, but you know how electronics is when it gets old. Wow. I mean, I suspected this was going to be a lot more involved than a regular desktop. Just wasn't entirely how sure this was going to be. A lot of shielding to this, but I guess it makes sense because the outer shell is plastic. It's not metal like a PC, XT, or AT. I do have a guide to operations coming. Okay. So motherboard's connected. This does not have an 8087 math coprocessor. So this does have, oh, looks like it has a 6-pack plus from AST with a parallel port and a serial port. So that's pretty cool that it has that. I'm looking at the motherboard, and according to the documentation, the motherboards in here are supposed to be essentially XT, early edition XT motherboards. But the motherboard that's in here does not have that color. It has the later color. We'll see. Take out the floppy controller. Take out this 6-pack. If it is the 6-pack plus. I mean, if this is, yep, actually, I stand corrected. AST Mega Plus 2. And then, all right, we will take out the graphics card. So essentially, what we're doing, okay, so it is an older version. All right, I stand corrected. Okay. Is we're disconnecting all the power, leaving nothing but the power supply, which I need to go find the super heavy duty cord. That goes to it, which this thing really was heavy duty. I probably could tow a car with it. Might have left it inside, but anyway, so let's see. First thing we're looking for is magic smoke. I forgot. The AT is also plugged in, so you hear it click. I don't know if there's any cooling fans in there, but there would have to be, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's plug the motherboard back in. See what happens. Well, I'll be damned, right? Well, okay. So, with that in mind, we're going to plug in the video card. See what happens. So, it's difficult to see over there. So 301 is keyboard. I do not remember what 601 was. But that was the fault that I suspect is this video card has a faulty tantalum that needs to be replaced. And piece of cake. Not going to put this entirely back together yet. I'm not going to leave it on for a very long time because I do hear a little bit of crackling in the system, and that can be a problem sometimes. Especially you leave it on and the electronics hasn't been juiced up in a long time. It's really not happy. About what's going on inside of it. So it's just gonna be like, okay, we don't have to get right to it right this second, right? Don't have to do that. Now there are some articles about you can hack this motherboard to install up, 640K in it. I really don't want to do that because that's going to require me to take it all apart, find some junction wires. What I'm looking for, of course, I'm probably not going to be able to find it right this second, is I had IBM 256K memory expansion card, and while it wouldn't bring it up to the full 640, that would certainly bring it up enough so that we could hook this up to the PC network. And have a go of it, but I guess we just might be SOL on this part. I know it's running somewhere. Just don't know where. And that's the story of my life. When you got 1,000 projects going on, then you don't ever seem to finish one. Okay. What I would like to find is I do have a couple of that's not going to work. Okay. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think 601 is memory configuration, and that's what it's squawking about. Well, that's all right. That is perfectly all right. Let's turn it back on, see if it blows up again. The enhanced diagnostic disc of the AT is not going to work in here. Wish it would, but it's not gonna. It's really not going to. Okay. Let's put this controller back in. Yeah. Okay. And need to get them powered. Just kind of swing it around on top, and I'll reposition the camera a little bit here. See if it powers on with the floppy disks attached. Okay. There's a floppy control board, got a short in it too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Nope. All right. So what does this tell me? Malfunctioning floppy controller or malfunctioning floppy disk drives? Oh, helps if I plug it in the front, right? Yeah, yep, keyboard. Okay. Well, we at least get to ROM basic. Okay. So, all right, what happens if we'll plug in one floppy? Actually, no. Let's not plug anything in other than the floppy controller card and see what happens there. So that works okay. Oh, yes. Huh. In this case, in the garage, we've got studio mice. Yep. Let's just for giggles, let's just plug one floppy drive in. Nope. Okay. So top drive kills it. And top drive kills it. Let's see what happens if we plug in the bottom drive. So top drive's got a problem too. Nope. Both drives have got a problem. Oh, all right. Well, the good news is it semi works. The floppy drives have a short or are overloading the power supply, so we don't have working floppy disks. One of the things I will try to do later on is to pull the low density disk drive out of the AT we have over on the other side and try it, but we're not going to do that today. So thank you for watching. If you like this sort of stuff, like and subscribe. Really helps with the algorithm and stuff. And if you want to help preserve this type of computing history, consider becoming a patron on our Patreon page, patreon.com/legacy media and computers.